Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be having a look in the life and career of Australian model and businesswoman Miranda Kerr. Born on 20th of April 1983, she is an Australian model and businesswoman. Kerr rose to prominence in 2007 as one of the Victoria's Secret Angels. She was also the first Australian Victoria's Secret model and also represented the Australian department store chain David Jones. Kerr has launched her own brand of organic skincare products, Cora Organics, and has written a self-help book. She began modeling in the fashion industry when she was 13, winning the 1997 Dolly Magazine Model Search Competition. Since 2008, Kerr has consistently ranked on the Forbes list of highest earning models. She was previously married to English actor Orlando Bloom, with whom she had her first son. Since 2007, she has been married to Snapchat CEO Evan Spiegel, with whom she has 2 children. Miranda Kerr was born in Sydney and raised in Gunnedah, New South Wales. She is the daughter of Therese and John Kerr. Her mother was 17 years old when she gave birth. She has a brother, Matthew, who is 2 years younger. Kerr is of English ancestry with smaller amounts of Scottish and French. During her childhood, Kerr raced motorbikes and rode horses on her grandmother's farm. She describes her early life in the Australian countryside as very grounding. There wasn't any pretentiousness and no one really cared what you were wearing. You could just be you. As a teenager, she was an exchange student to Virginia in the US. Her family moved to Brisbane, Queensland to allow Kerr and her brother to experience city life. Kerr was initially reluctant to leave her childhood hometown, but her first boyfriend, called Christopher Middlebrook, died in a car accident when they were teenagers, and she said it was too painful to stay there. She graduated from All Hallows School in 2000s. Kerr studied nutrition and health psychology before pursuing modeling. At age 13, Kerr entered and won the 1997 annual Dolly Magazine Impulse Model Competition. She was flown to Sydney a week before her 14th birthday to shoot for the magazine. Upon Kerr's win, local media expressed concerned outrage at her young age. The controversy raised concerns about the glorification of young girls within the fashion, beauty, and entertainment industries. Some media outlets claimed her dolly shoot, including images of a 14-year-old Kerr in bathing suits, constituted a form of pedophilia. Of the press, Kerr said, "In the media at the time, they were trying to cling on to anything remotely to do with pedophilia. Dolly is a magazine for teenage girls, not for old men. And I was fully clothed doing a winter shoot. They just made something out of nothing." Kerr signed to Chic Management's Sydney division in 1997. She received considerable commercial exposure after a series of beachwear ads predominantly for Australian surf chain Billabong, in which Kerr modeled surf brands Tiger Lily, Roxy, Billabong Girls, and One Teaspoon. Kerr was also the brand ambassador of Australia's most recognized swimwear brand, Sea Folly. After modeling in Australia and Japan, she relocated to New York City, where she acquired a minority stake in the Bowery Ballroom, a music venue. In New York City, she signed with Next Management and had a slew of runway appearances in early 2004. From here, she was booked for runway and print campaigns for labels including Alex Perry, Baby Phat, Lisa Ho, Voodoo Dolls, Levi's, Bettina Liano, Nicola Finetti, Lamb, Heatherette, Betsy Johnson, Trellis Cooper, Jets, John Richmond Blumarine, Swimwear, Anna Molinari, Rock and Republic, Roberto Cavalli, and many others. Kerr was also booked for print in magazines such as Elle Girl, Vogue Australia, and Harper's Bazaar. She signed a contract with American cosmetics brand Maybelline New York, along with several other Victoria's Secret models. Kerr was also featured in a music video for the single "Number One" by Pharrell featuring Kanye West. Following her success with Maybelline, Kerr became the first ever Australian Victoria's Secret angel, joining models Alessandra Ambrosio, Carolina Kurkova, Adriana Lima, Celita Ebanks, Isabel Collard, and Heidi Klum. Before becoming an angel in 2007, she was already picked to become the successor of Alessandra Ambrosio and the face of Pink in 2006. In 2007, Kerr signed on as the face of California fashion retailer Arden B. She made a small guest appearance in the CBS sitcom How I Met Your Mother alongside fellow angels Adriana Lima, Marissa Miller, Alessandra Ambrosio, Heidi Klum, and Celita Ebanks. In 2008, she became the new face of the fragrance Clinique Happy and signed a six-figure deal to be the new face of Australian department store David Jones, replacing model Megan Gale. She also appeared on the cover of British Harper's Bazaar, earning an estimated $3.5 million over the previous 12 months. Forbes placed Kerr at number 10 on the list of the world's top earning models. In June 2009, Kerr posed naked, chained to a tree for an issue of Rolling Stone Australia to raise awareness for the endangered koalas. In October, Kerr launched her own brand of organic skincare products, Cora Organics, with Jor Moskos, and became the face for the company. She released an inspirational self-esteem, self-help book, Treasure Yourself. The book is aimed at female teenagers. She also shot a spring-summer ad campaign for Ho Ho. Kerr appeared in Forbes' 2009 list of the world's highest-paid models, ranking at number 9 with estimated earnings of $3 million. She left next to sign with IMG Models. She appeared in the 2010 Pirelli calendar photographed by Terry Richardson in Bahia, Brazil. Previously better known for her Victoria's Secret status rather than her high fashion work, Balenciaga is credited for launching her high fashion modeling career when casting directors Ashley Brokaw and designer Nicolas Chesquier chose her to work exclusively for the brand's Spring 2010 runway show. It was her first fashion show for a high fashion designer. A season later, she worked for design company Prada for their fall 2010 collection in Milan alongside fellow angels Dawson Cruz and Alessandra Ambrosio. Kerr then modeled for campaigns for Prada and Jill Sander and was shot by Steven Meisel for the cover of Italian Vogue for the September issue. In January 2011, she became the first pregnant model for Vogue when featured in Vogue Australia, being 6 months pregnant at the time of the shoot. In March, she hit the catwalk for Balenciaga's Fall 2011 ready-to-wear collection as part of the Fashion Paris Week, 2 months after giving birth. Kerr also posed nude for a 2011 Harper's Bazaar photoshoot. In October, at Paris Fashion Week, Kerr worked for Dior, Lanvin Chanel, John Galliano, Stella McCartney, Viktor & Rolf, and Loewe. She was chosen to present the $2005 million Victoria's Secret Fantasy Treasure bra for their fashion show in November 2011. She then featured in the Spring 2012 campaign for Bali alongside German model Julia Stegner. In January 2012, she was named ambassador for Qantas, and in March she worked for Chanel and Miu Miu at the Fall-Winter Paris Fashion Week. Kerr also appeared and was featured on the June cover of Numero Tokyo, shot by Nino Munoz. In August, she appeared on the cover of Vogue Turkey, and in November was named the new face of high street brand Mango, replacing Kate Moss for its Spring-Summer 2013 campaign. In March 2013, negotiations to renew her 5-year contract with David Jones fell through, leading to a peaceful split between the two parties. The following month, it was reported that Kerr's 3-year, $1 million contract with Victoria's Secret was not being renewed. Anonymous sources claimed that Kerr had a difficult reputation and was not a big seller for Victoria's Secret. However, Kerr's camp stated she was unable to commit the necessary time to the brand. In response, Victoria's Secret Chief Marketing Officer Ed Razek stated he had already invited Kerr to work in that year's fashion show. Kerr headlined the April issue of Vogue Australia and the July issue of Vogue Korea. She was ranked number 2 in Forbes' 2013 list of the world's highest paid models, with estimated earnings of $7.2 million, which is $3.2 million more and a jump of 5 places in the list from the previous year. In October, Kerr was named the face of Australian Crystal House Swarovski for their fall 2013 campaign, and that December she started a social shopping website ShopStyle's first national campaign. In February 2014, Kerr became the face of Swedish clothing brand H&M. She then featured in high-profile campaigns for Reebok and Wonder Bra. In March, Kerr opened and closed for Sonia Rykiel at the Fall-Winter Paris Fashion Week. On 22nd of April 2014, Kerr released her first single online, featuring her and crooner Baby Fox in the cover of Elvis Presley's You Are the Boss. In July, Kerr became the face of the Escada fragrance Joyful, attending the launch at the brand's flagship Munich store. Kerr modeled for the covers of the May issue of Vogue Taiwan and the July issue of Vogue Australia. She was among the 50 models on the September cover of Vogue Italia, celebrating the magazine's 50th anniversary. She was also prominently featured in the November 15-year anniversary issue of Vogue Japan, shot by Mario Testino. She ranked at number 3 on the 2014 Forbes list of highest-earning models, earning an estimated $7 million. Kerr was the cover model for the February 2015 issue of American Harper's Bazaar, shot by Richardson. She also covered the March issue of Australian Harper's Bazaar, shot by Kai Feng. And in July, Kerr designed a jewelry line with Swarovski. Having served as the face of the brand since 2013, she spoke of the collaboration. "I wanted it to be reflective of myself and my personality and who I am. And Swarovski really let me have full creative control. I knew what I wanted. I wanted it to be fine and delicate and have meaning and hopefully inspiration." Kerr ranked number 6 on the 2015 Forbes list of highest earning models, earning an estimated $6.5 million. She then appeared on the December cover of Vogue Thailand, the first Australian model to do so. She was also shot by Doug English in a short video as part of Love's annual Advent calendar. She began 2016 by fronting Riccardo Tisci's Spring-Summer campaign for Givenchy alongside models including Joan Smalls, Natalia Vujanova, and fellow Australian Gemma Ward. Her January-February cover for Australian Harper's Bazaar sparked controversy, depicting a nude Kerr under the cover line "What Lies Beneath." The cover was later pulled from the national supermarket chain Coles. In March, Kerr was announced as the face of Joy's Fresh Fall campaign. She also featured on international covers of Elle, Harper's Bazaar, Madame Figaro, and L'Officiel. In June, she opened Jeremy Scott's Resort 2007 show for Moschino, alongside veteran models including Devon Aoki and fellow Victoria's Secret angels Chanel Iman and Alessandro Ambrosio. The same month, Kerr filmed a guest mentor role on Cycle 10 of Australia's Next Top Model. She ranked number 10 on the 2016 Forbes list of highest paid models, earning an estimated $6 million. In February 2017, Kerr featured in a commercial for Buick alongside Cam Newton, which aired during Super Bowl. In July, she appeared in a video campaign for Louis Vuitton entitled Connected Journeys, celebrating the launch of the brand's Tambor Horizon smartwatch, which also featured celebrities including Jennifer Connelly, Donna Bailey, Jaden Smith, and Catherine Deneuve. When Kerr first appeared on the list of highest-earning models, Ed Razek described Kerr's appeal as having the cheeks of a chipmunk, the smile of an angel, and the body of a devil. In 2003, Kerr dated finance broker Adrian Camilleri. following an Australian Securities and Investment Commission investigations. Camilleri was found guilty on 5 counts of fraudulent behavior from February 2003 to February 2004. A 2007 newspaper report claims that Kerr suffered financially after taking her boyfriend's financial advice, but chose not to take legal action. From 2003 to mid-2007, Kerr dated Jay Lyon, the lead singer of the band Tamarama. Kerr starred in Tamarama's video clip for Everything to Me. Kerr began dating English actor Orlando Bloom in late 2007. In 2009, a gang of thieves known as the Bling Ring broke into Bloom's home. The group stole luxury brand clothing and jewelry. In this case, the ringleader allegedly wanted Kerr's Victoria's Secret lingerie. Kerr and Bloom announced their engagement in June 2010 and they were married the following month. Kerr gave birth to their son Flynn Christopher Blanchard Copeland Bloom on 6th of January 2011. In October 2013, Kerr and Bloom announced that they had separated several months earlier and intend to end their marriage. The divorce was official by the end of 2013. In 2014, Kerr discussed bisexuality during an interview with GQ. I appreciate both men and women. I love the female body and truly appreciate the female form. I want to explore, never say never. In 2015, Kerr began dating billionaire Snapchat co-founder and CEO Evan Spiegel. In July 2016, Kerr announced her engagement to Spiegel and they married in May 2017. Kerr wore a custom Dior wedding dress designed by Maria Grazia Chiuri that was inspired by Grace Kelly's wedding gown. In November 2017, Kerr announced she was expecting her second child and her first with Spiegel. On 7th of May 2018, she gave birth to a son named Hart Spiegel. 10 months after Hart's birth, Kerr announced her third pregnancy and she gave birth in October 2019. In June 2017, Kerr surrendered $8 million in jewelry given to her by Malaysian fugitive Joe Low in 2014 when they were dating to the US government amid an inquiry into the One Malaysian Development Berat scandal. In response to claims that Kerr is practicing Buddhist, she told the Telegraph, "I'm not Buddhist, I'm Christian. I pray every day, I meditate every day, and I do yoga. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And praying is something my grandmother taught me as well. To pray and be grateful, have gratitude is a big thing for me." She later told into the gloss, "I like to pray and I like to meditate. Doing just 3 minutes of prayer and a minimum of 5 minutes meditation twice a day sets the tone like an arrow so that you are hitting your target. When I pray, I always thank Mother Nature for all the beauty in the world. It's about having an attitude of gratitude. And then I pray to Christ, say, thank you for this day and my family and my health. And now that I'm older, I have added, please illuminate me, please open my heart chakra, open my aperture and uplift my consciousness so that I can be the best version of myself." She credits meditation, speaking with friends, and writing as ways of dealing with challenges such as the death of her then boyfriend at age 15, and makes it a priority to pray about forgiving herself and others. In an article for Daily Mail, Miranda Kerr reveals how having children has changed her body. "I still don't feel like I'm back to where I was before the babies." Miranda Kerr is embracing the way her body has changed after having children. The Aussie Supermodel 39 opened up the Vogue Australia about all things motherhood for the magazine's August issue. Miranda admitted she didn't think she would return to modeling after the birth of her first child Flynn in 2011, but was grateful my body was able to come back. The mother of 3 added, "I still don't feel like I'm back to where I was before the babies, but I'm content with that. My body is different and it has changed and I'm embracing that." And continued saying, I feel like that is the most attractive thing in general way anyway, as human beings when someone does embrace who they are. Miranda and her husband Ivan Spiegel, the founder of social media app Snapchat, share two sons, Hart, who is 4, and Miles, who is 2 years old. She also shares son Flynn, 11, with ex-husband Orlando Bloom. Miranda and Ivan posed together in a joint shot for the cover of Vogue Australia. In the accompanying interview, the former Victoria's Secret model and the American businessman 32 opened up about their plans to expand their family. I just love being a mother and I always wanted 3 boys, so I feel really blessed that I have 3 healthy boys. I feel like I'm open, so we'll see what God decides, she says. Miranda and Ivan first met at the Louis Vuitton event in 2014. The pair were officially dating by 2015 and they got engaged the following year before tying the knot in May 2017. It was lovely to find someone who appreciated my kind heart and joyful spirit, she said of her partner in the magazine. Miranda was previously married to Hollywood actor Orlando, whom she started dating back in 2007. They married just a month after getting engaged in June 2010, but announced in October 2013 they were getting divorced. In another article for Forbes, the supermodel talks on growing her clean beauty brand Coro Organics. I wanted to be part of my legacy. After one of the most difficult years in living memory, it's fair to assume a mother of 3 slash entrepreneur slash expat might not be feeling her best. Only when multi-hyphened businesswoman Miranda Kerr enters the room via Zoom, of course, she is positively glowing with reason. Against the backdrop of a global pandemic, the 38-year-old back then has also seen Core Organics, her certified organic beauty business, thrive. I just feel really proud of where we are at, Kerr tells me through a sip of celery juice, that we were able to really pave the way for so many people that are interested in clean beauty. Since its very small launch back in 2009, all of Core Organics products have not only been clean but certified organic, a rarity in the beauty industry then and now. Certified organic wasn't just because I wanted to use healthy products, I wanted to use really powerful, highly effective healthy products, she says. Initially, Kerr had to ask a chemist if creating such a line was even possible, as she had never come across certified organic products as a consumer. I worked with organic chemists for 3 years developing Cora, and then we just launched at the end of 2009 in Australia. At the time I was working crazy hours and traveling around the world. It was like a hobby project. As one of the world's most recognizable faces, she was not only at the peak of her career, but had just been ranked on Forbes' list of highest paid models for the first time. Though she was only 26, she had already spent 13 years building a name for herself as a model, trying different moisturizers, creams, oils and beauty products that makeup artists would recommend, all of which she felt looked good but rarely did much good. I mean, I was really quite primed to be in this category without even realizing, she says. I knew what felt right, what melted into the skin or was sitting on the surface, and it's just been a really incredible process working with our chemists to get our products to where they are. In the early years, Kerr's modeling career showed no signs of slowing down. She was chosen to present the $2.5 million Victoria's Secret Fantasy Treasury bra, became the first pregnant model for Vogue, walked high fashion shows for Dior, Lanvin, Chanel, and even replaced Kate Moss as the face of Mango. But it was never her long-term goal. My mom would say to me, look, modeling could stop tomorrow, so save every penny and you'll be able to invest in your own business one day. As the brand grew larger and larger in Australia, Kerr plugged every cent in the business made back into its growth and product expansion. all of which were self-funded, bar a small stake from a private investor. To this day, she still owns 95% of the business. I have kept it that way because I really wanted to maintain the integrity of the brand, she says. I wanted to be able to bring my vision to life without having other people trying to dilute that. That is my vision, my passion, and I've been so specific about what I have wanted from day one. Steadily but not at all slowly, people began to take notice of Cora and started approaching her with offer to both invest and buy the business outright. But she has always turned them down. In my ideal world, I'll be able to pass this company down to my boys, just like Estee Lauder passed her company down to her boys, and you need that integrity for longevity. She brushes a piece of her hair away and fixes her glance. I'm not here to create a pipe, sell it, and make a bunch of money. I really want these products to help transform people's skin all over the world, and I want it to be part of my legacy. Of course, global domination demands global expansion, and Kerr, who had recently started dating Snap CEO Evan Spiegel, spent much of 2015 and 16 tinkering with the idea of moving herself and her business to America. It was a big leap of faith to make more of an investment in the company because I had to invest more of my own money, she admits. Really, it was a little daunting to take that big step. In a fortunate turn of events, however, Sephora approached Kerr directly in 2017, asking if she would be interested in an exclusive stateside launch with their support. When I said this to Evan, that I would be putting all my eggs in one basket, that it's a little scary, it's a big investment, it's overwhelming, he said, well, I just don't understand why you haven't. Why has it taken this so long? He had this full faith in me and the products. He was just like, I don't know why you are spending all your time building other people's brands when you should be spending this time and energy focusing on your brand. What are you doing? She giggles, adopting a folk's angry tone. Well, other people pay me and this costs me money. Still, seeing the company's potential through Spiegel's eyes gave her the push she needed. Shortly after, she began talking with Sephora and looking for a US-based general manager. One thing that my now husband told me is not to be afraid to reach out and ask someone for advice, or if I don't know how to do something, not to be afraid to say it. That was really valuable because I had known so many people in the industry for so long and who could have gone to them and said, hey, what do you think about this? But being Australian, I guess I didn't want to impose. My husband's like, go for it. People love it when you ask for their advice. That's one of the keys to growing and learning. Sometimes I even reach out to people on LinkedIn and they don't even know me. I'm like, hey, it's Miranda, do you want to have a conversation? She laughs, mocking herself with a thicker Aussie accent. So I've gone to the other extreme now. While Spiegel has no affiliation with the business at large, Kurt is thankful he had not only loved bouncing ideas around with her, but used her products every day. He's just a great sounding board for me, and because he built his business from the ground up, he's learned so much. He's just the most intelligent man I know. A success in his own right too. Snapchat's own expansion as of Q2 2020, it's available to over 2 billion people in their native language, led to faster growth in emerging markets like India, and generated revenue of 2.5 billion, an increase of 62% year on year. Comparatively, Kurt tells me Core Organics is also up 75% year on year in North America, almost doubling, and now has 30 employees in the US and another 30 in Australia, and has expanded into 30 countries, including the United Kingdom, Germany, Spain, Italy, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Thanks in large part to trending consumer interest in clean beauty, which Kurt is both thankful for and concerned about. She takes a moment to swap her celery juice for coffee. I think there is so much noise out there, which is why I stand by being certified by an outside body like EcoCert Cosmos. They have strict rules and regulations. That's what really sets the brand apart, she says. Though many clean and natural beauty brands meet the bare minimum to align themselves with the trend, Cora is still the only certified organic brand that Sephora and many of its competitors carries. It's a lot of work for us, but it assures people that we are pure and completely transparent on our labels. Transparent too is Kerr's love for all things spiritual. As we continue to talk through the magical properties of her favorite organic ingredients, she pulls a clear quartz, citrine, amethyst, and rose quartz into view of the camera. They sparkle in tandem. Crystals have been a tool that I have really leaned on to help me stay heart centered. They have felt very nurturing to me, she says, stroking the rose quartz. When I started Cora, I wondered how I could incorporate the magic I feel from the crystals into the line. A rather unlikely request, sure, but not impossible. The chemist Kerr initially worked with perfected a process which would use rose quartz crystals energized in the sun to energize each organic ingredient in its respective vat during the manufacturing process. And every product has been made this way since. First and foremost, it's powerful, healthy skincare, right? Secondly, I wanted people to feel nurtured, says Kerr. I use essential oils instead of synthetic fragrance because they have also been a powerful tool for me. For instance, our Milky Mushroom Cleanser has rose, geranium, and basil, specific oils that are really great for calming and soothing the senses. When you are using the cleanser, it's soothing your skin and your spirit at the same time. Today, Cora Organics launches one of its most nurturing products to date, the Turmeric Glow Moisturizer, a restorative and neutral-hydrating moisturizer with a custom liposome built to target the appearance of hyperpigmentation, dark spots, dullness, fine lines, and wrinkles with super powerful certified organic ingredients. Natch. For the first time, the brand has also honored the product in a refillable pot that slips in and out of a beautiful glass jar with sustainable ease. All in all, the product took over 2 years to formulate, and to Kerr's own surprise, being it's thick and luxurious in texture, it has also been chemist approved for all skin types. I gave it to Katy Perry, who has openly talked about her issue with acne, and she threw out all her other moisturizer and now just uses this. She says with pride she is obsessed. She normally breaks out with moisturizer but hasn't with this, and I love it just as much, but I'm more of a dry skin type. It just works for everyone. To mark its launch, Kerr has decided to spend money on digital and social media marketing for the first time in Cora's history. We will see how it goes, you know. All the money Cora makes I put back into the company. I still haven't taken a cent since day one, and it funds these growth investments, new products, expanding the team. It's like a baby, you just have to give it your all so it can flourish. Over the next 5 years, Kerr is focused on solidifying Cora's position as the leader in this space and then some. I do feel like Cora really has the potential to become the Estee Lauder of organics. I see that clearly. I hope you have liked this video, guys, and please like and subscribe to my channel and give thanks for her life and career by commenting your thoughts down below. Thank you and see you next week. Bye.